Hey guys, John here with a silver update. The spot price 34.82. The Silver Liberation Army is taking an absolute hammering today. Sorry, I shouldn't joke. I know there's a lot of damage out there, a lot of carnage, blood in the street, so to speak. And you know, that's the nature of silver. If you want to know why I think this correction is happening, watch again my silver and the power of leverage video. Only about 4 or 5, maybe a little bit more videos ago. Basically, what takes silver up from, well, probably not so far down as 20, but certainly around the $30 mark. This massive building up of leverage in the system, and that's also what brings it down. It's that simple. I mean, everyone's saying, "Oh, it's such paper manipulation. Bring it down from 50 down to wherever 30, 35 now." Yes, it is paper bringing it down to those prices, I'll give you that, but it's also paper that took it up to those prices and that winding up of the leverage. And COMEX is right to do what they did, increasing margin rates. It's not, if you understand why they do it and not just heard it on some conspiracy side as to what it means, but you actually understand why margins increase when the cost of the underlying asset increases, it prevents bubbles from forming. Bubble mentality did start to form in silver, and luckily for the long-term investors, we didn't see that. That's the last thing you want, because as Adam Davies mentioned, Ben Davies? Sorry, I know an Adam Davies, and he wouldn't have said that anyhow. Last thing you wanted is silver going up to $100 and then crashing down. That means the silver story would be finished for another 30 years. So that's the last thing we want. So yeah, we should be happy that this bubble didn't get too far out of control. And people say it wasn't a bubble, silver to the moon. The chart is telling me it was a bubble. That's what bubbles do. Bubbles go up parabolic and come down, kamikaze style. That's what we're seeing. So it wasn't a big bubble, I'll give you that, but it did have bubble mentality in it. Speculators driving speculators driving speculators. Insofar as all the emails I'm getting, I can't answer them. I'm just going to not even check my personal messages now on YouTube. It's just getting too much. 50 emails from when I went to bed to when I woke up. I can't keep up. Sorry about that. I really, really do want to, at least give you my opinion on things, but it's just too much of an effort now, and I can't afford to just sit here all day and answer emails. So sorry about that. I will try to just skim over them and try and get a feel for the questions out there, and do videos based on that. But yeah, I probably won't ever be able to, or at least not for the foreseeable future, get back to all of you guys. So you can still send them through, and I'll try and sort of get a feel for what people are asking and do a video based on that. One of the big things is obviously all the people who bought, at $40 plus, they're thinking, okay, what should I do, John? Should I sell my silver now? Well, for those that sort of leveraged up themselves and put it on credit cards and things like that, it's a good question. If I thought you just used money that you had saved, and you're just happy to hold it for the next few years, or a year or so, then I'd say no, don't sell it. If you're leveraged up and have got on credit cards and you have to pay interest on that, and we're hoping to flip the silver at $70, $100, and you allowed yourself get caught up in this market, yeah, tough call. I don't know what I would do. You have to start doing some figures yourself and try and maybe lighten your position. I don't know. It depends. Do you think silver's going to rebound enough to at least cover some interest payments if you started, selling it off If you start selling it off bit by bit, I don't know. This is not about what I think you should do. It never has been about what I think you should do. It's always about what I'm doing. You know, people saying, "Oh, John, you sold silver at $24, 15% of your stack. You know, why should I listen to you now?" You shouldn't. You shouldn't listen to me now. I'm telling you what I'm doing, and the last thing I want is for you to listen to me and base your decisions solely on what I say. You can consider them like anything else, but for me, getting back to that sale at that 15% at $24, I'm so glad I did that, and I'll tell you why. That mentality that allowed me to sell a little bit of silver at $24 was the same mentality that allowed me to sell at $48 my entire stack. So if I didn't have that in me to sell at 48, I wouldn't have had it in me to sell at 24. So right now I used to regret selling at 24, but right now I can understand how that aspect of my personality is something that I've grown to actually not regret at all and rely on. So yeah, I don't regret that sale one bit now, because I probably wouldn't have sold at 48 if I didn't have that personality. So yeah, but getting back to it, this is a commentary of what I'm doing, what I'm seeing in the market, what my opinions are. It's by no means something that I tell you to do. I'm not financially advising each and every one of you. That's ridiculous. So I suggest you get your information or your considerations from many news sources, information sources, and make your own decision at that time. So that's it, guys. Talk to you soon.